What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your host, East Rashid. And the person on the other side of the tank there, the other host is Beric Bidel.
What's up, guys?
And
What's up, guys?
it's been a 2 week hiatus, here, man. Yo, had to get a break from YouTube. There's a lot of things going on. But let's get of course, the disclaimer. If you are new, please subscribe, please comment, please like the video, and definitely subscribe. Let's get right into this. Let's get right into it. The trade market, the rumors, it's out of control right now, man. We got Brooklyn talking about some things, Houston talking about some things. The Clippers talking about some things. The Knicks actually looking to make a big splash in this upcoming free agency over here by possibly acquiring Russell Westbrook. You know, I don't know, man. I know you guys are gonna get on me for saying that, but Russell Westbrook, yeah. So, Beric, take us off, man. Where we going first, man? Where we going first in these trade rumors here?
Well, we could talk about your boy. I mean, your boy is Russell Westbrook. He's looking right now to be traded out of Houston, man. He's trying to get that position where there's some buyers out there, and he's got 3 years left on a $132 million deal. I mean, he's got a lot of money left on the table financially, man. So, you might have to look at a free team trade on this in order to get Russell out of Houston. But the most important thing is talking about Russell Westbrook's ability to take a team that doesn't have the level of success right now and see if he can take them to the next level. In my personal opinion, I don't think he can take them to the next level, but he can definitely make a team that's on the bottom better. And then maybe, with that being said, might attract other free agents. So let's just say, for example, the Knicks do get serious in this situation. And the Knicks are doing something else, by the way. We'll get to that in a minute. But let's just say the Knicks decided to go full steam ahead on this. Right now, everything is rumored. If they decide to go full steam ahead on this, would this be a good move on their part? Yes and no. Let me start with the yes. Obviously, the Knicks need to have some star power at Madison Square Garden, at MSG, at 33rd Street and 7th Avenue. Now, if they get that type of star value, would that attract other free agents? I believe it would. I don't think it's going to be the high profile. I don't think it's going to be Anthony Davis type stuff. But I think that you can get some quality players over there to help you get this team more solidified between this year, next year, and the year beyond, which by the time I think will be 2022 season, maybe the Knicks should be a little competitive then. Now, that's the good part. Here's the bad part. What I just mentioned a few minutes ago. He's got $132 million left. Who's going to take that money? Same thing with Chris Paul.
The Knicks, at this point right now, having struck out in free agency on Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, I think the Knicks right now is seriously desperate, man. I think they'll do it.
I hope they don't, speaking from a Knicks point of view. Because, at the end of the day, you decide to take this on, you're bringing extra financial burden moving forward. And Nets had this problem 4 years ago with the luxury tax. They found a way to get rid of that and move forward. Yeah, now they have a lot more money on the table, and they gave it to two players. And they're going to have to work with those contracts moving forward. But the Knicks don't want to take on a contract with a player at the third tier of his career. All right? Westbrook is now 28 years old, 29 years old. Let me double check that. But he's at the third tier of his career now. All right? Would he be able to have the worth of that money on his fourth tier when he can't drive by nobody no more like he used to? But he's got to rely on that jump shot more like you don't have to have a chance to do. That's where you got to look at it right now. If you trade for Russell Westbrook now, you're trading for him for this year and for next year to see if he can grab some other free agents over here. That's all you're really doing it for. At the end of the day, I don't think it's the best move because the Knicks have done a fantastic job of kind of clearing their financial cap space. so they will have availability moving forward. So they could go after AD next season. If they're not going to get him, but they can go after him. So how would you be able to do that if you're given a little bit of space you got left to give it to Russell Westbrook or either Chris Paul? Because he was rumored to come to New York, and he has a heavy contract left on as well. So these are 2-point guards right now in the NBA that are worth a lot of money. And neither one of them right now can take it to the next level unless there's other superstars there.
CP3, his preferable destination is the Los Angeles Clippers, not the Knicks, not the Lakers. And I think he actually sees a lot of value there of what he can actually bring to the table. I mean, if he goes to the Lakers, then but the thing is, he has to go to the Clippers, Chris Paul, as the Clippers are currently constructed. I mean, the way it looks, like you just illustrated, man. I mean, you would have to clear cap space to get CP3 right now. So I don't know if he's willing. I don't know if he's actually willing to do a buyout and then maybe go to the Clippers, and maybe he may have to sacrifice some money. But it doesn't make any sense for I wouldn't gut a team, especially like young, promising players, for Chris Paul. As much as his basketball IQ is, I mean, he has a very high basketball IQ, leadership. I mean, he directs players, to certain spots where they need to be. Yeah. He's like Stephen A. Smith would say, the perfect quintessential point guard in a sense that gives you some scoring too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole concept. But his name is popping up. But I think right now the biggest thing is Westbrook and basically Harden, because they had heated exchanges, the two of them, James Harden and Russell Westbrook. So now that's why Russell wants out. So what is it, man? Is it the fact that Russell can't get along with Kevin Durant? They had a little hang up there, upon his departure from Oklahoma City. Is it to the point now that even though Russell Wilson, that's the quarterback of the Seahawks, Russell Westbrook and James Harden were previous teammates over in OKC, you thought their bond was different. Well, no, it's not going to be the same because Harden is the man in Houston. So it's to a point right now where Russell wants out and he needs somebody to take a buyer. My best guess, and I have to correct myself, he has a $132 million contract, but he's only got 3 years remaining on that contract. Not specific as the numbers between this year, next year, and the third year, which concludes, I think, in 2022. So we don't know if a team wants to take on that. My guess is, based basketball logic, business-wise, there's going to have to be a third team involved if this deal is going to go through. Who is going to get Russell? Who is going to get the remaining person from what the team is leaving to the other team, and what the third party will be getting? All that would have to be discussed moving forward. But Russell wants out before the NBA season starts. And by the way, we all know the season is going to start next month. So the draft is going to be in 2 weeks. My guess is no team really going to make a major move until you get the draft done. When the draft is done and teams pretty much know what they got on their team, then they'll probably start looking at the trade offers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are right now. But listen, it's that kind of deal. Harden's only got 1 more year left committed to the Rockets. So, this is what you want.
Let's look at I'm looking at Russell Westbrook's career stats right now, and last year he shot. He averaged 7 assists a game. 18. Where's his 3-point shooting? 25% from 3. Yeah, this is not good, man. I mean, I don't think he gets you over the hump anyhow, though, man. No,
I never said he did. I think he can help you get. If you are a bad team right now, if you're a below 500 team, he can help you become a better team from that point on. But he's not going to get you to the next level. You need other players there. You need 2 other players there. That's why I say if you get him, let's say the Knicks do decide to go after and get him. It wouldn't be such a bad deal. But you need
listen, if you're getting him, it's for markability, in a sense, though. Just to sell tickets, pretty much.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The lure of the free agents. Hell, he's not gonna take you to the world. Listen, any Knicks fan that's gonna think, "Oh yeah, man, we're gonna win the championship in 2-3 years." No, you're not. That team on the other side of the water might be winning a championship before you get it. So, the bottom line is you need to make sure that you understand that this is a business, and they got some good guys running the show in New York. So if you do decide to get serious in this Russell Westbrook,
yeah, but who is Russ? All right. If you're the New York Knicks, who are you trading for? I know you're not giving up on RJ Barrett for him.
No, you're not. RJ Barrett is not he's not up for grabs, but I think unless you look at Robinson, you look at Mitchell Robinson, you're not getting rid of Mitchell Robinson. You're not getting rid of Knox. You're not getting rid of RJ Barrett. These are your cornerstone. These are your young players. So you're not going to rip them.
Upside on these guys, man. I mean, RJ Barrett I see, but Knox, what do you think about him though? Is he something?
Knox is a player that's. No, Knox is a player that's just not going to go out there and just automatically drop 30 points a night. He's got to work really hard to give you 20 points a night to be that player. But the Knicks believe he's that guy, then why trade him? That's the whole business of trading. If you're going to trade a guy because you no longer want him, but you know he has value, kick him to the curb. But these guys' names are not popping up on the radar for trade bait. So what are the Knicks looking to do? Trade their pick to get Russell Westbrook? No. You're still building. So it's going to have to be other packages. There's got to be a third team involved. Again, Russell's got 3 years remaining on a big-time $132 million deal. You're not trying to take that on. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. Between now and 2 weeks when the draft starts, and the Knicks got 2 drafts. They got the 8th pick and the 27th pick. They got 2 picks. They're one of 2 teams that got 2 picks in the draft. They're not doing too bad. You just don't want to give up everything you built right now to get yourself better moving forward. This is doing it the hard way, but they're doing it right.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? With this COVID situation, man, we're not going to really get a chance to really properly evaluate a lot of these picks. I mean, because now they're going to get drafted, and now they're going directly into training camp. So no summer league, no chance to even settle down. Let's see how they actually go against, different pros, because at least, I mean, everybody in that summer league is a professional basketball player, unlike on the collegiate level, everybody's not. I mean, they're getting paid, then, they're a pro ball player. They all have some
understandably
skill that got them to secure one of those roster spots.
Right. I mean, that's the bottom line.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even know because of COVID now. This messes up a lot of things. I would like to see some of these players, because listen, these players are playing hard in summer league, man. So it's not like where they're taking plays off. I mean, these guys are really trying to actually, show and prove that they can actually be in the NBA. They play hard. It's a physical game.
You're gonna have to. Exactly. You're gonna have to get that done quicker. You're gonna have to get these drafts done, and you have to get these guys in immediately and get them working immediately. Because I hate to compare apples to oranges, but the NFL went through the exact same thing. There was no mini camp, there was no training camp, there was no preseason, and these players went at it. And of course, they have a lot of injuries to key players right now, including the rookies. They don't have much to go with. They're gonna be going through the same thing this year. You don't got much to go with, but you have those draft picks, and whether they work out to be great or not, they are young players on the upside trying to get into the NBA. And that's where it's going to come down to. You're right. This COVID-19 has stopped the ability to really self-evaluate these players. Not to mention, college didn't have the NCAA tournament in March. There was no March Madness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I forgot.
There was no March Madness. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you really only got is the regular season from last year. So, you have about the 32-game regular season you had last year. Those is going to have to be where you can evaluate the players. That's what you got. That's all you got. So if you're the Knicks, you are in a good position right now. You got 2 draft picks. You're clearing your financial space, your cap space. And even if there's a rumor that Russell's coming to New York, Russell's not coming to New York. I mean, even if I'm Russell Westbrook, I wouldn't come to New York right now. You know, because
I mean, listen, he needs shooters. Russell Westbrook, like you said, I mean, eventually that athleticism is going to wear away, and he definitely needs shooters around him.
That's right. So who are going to be? Knicks don't have any locked down 3-point shooters. Not like they got a Kyle Korver on that team. If they went and got Kyle Korver for a 1-year free agent deal, I'm like, that's a smart move. There's somebody that can shoot the rock from the outside and spread the court. You got to listen. That's what I would do. I would go get some bargain basement free agents, guys that can still produce, and mesh them with the players you got now. Get some leadership in the locker room. See what these 2 draft picks can do, and go from there. That's what I think.
Well, definitely well said. That's true. All right. We'll wrap this segment up. Next segment, Brooklyn Nets is actually on the clock, and I'm actually trying to get a third star, a third piece, apparently. Definitely, guys, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe, share it. Yep.
Subscribe.
Sharing is caring. And when you share, the universe actually shares back with you. That's a promise. All right, guys.